So here's a question. How do we know that science works? Well, first of all, make sure you know what science is. You can check out my previous video where I actually answer the question, what is science? But to keep things simple, science is an ongoing process of studying, observing, and experimenting in order to gain knowledge and to better understand our world. So, how do we know that knowledge we gain is correct? Well, we have some things like smartphones and televisions and microwaves and refrigerators and laptops and game consoles and iPads and Bluetooth and rockets and robots and Wi-Fi and the internet and computers and electricity and DVRs and mattresses and washing machines and dryers and air conditioners and heaters, airplanes and jets and helicopters and medicines and antibiotics and vaccines and satellites, alloys, plastics, cameras and suntan lotion and blow dryers and pretty much everything else you use on a daily basis. These are all forms of technology. Technology is that knowledge that we have learned by doing science put to use in order to solve a practical problem, or to make our lives better, safer, or more comfortable. We all use technology every day, so we all take advantage of that scientific knowledge that has been discovered. Now let's take a look at just one piece of technology and some of the science behind it, your smartphone. Yes, that thing you use to take selfies and to Snapchat your friends is actually overflowing with science. Everything from the battery that supplies the energy, to the circuits that have electric charges flowing through them, to the rare earth elements that give your screen the color that it has, to the optics in the camera that only capture the visible part of the electromagnetic spectrum, to the accelerometer that uses gravity and Newton's laws of motion, to the GPS that uses satellites that are in orbit around the Earth and uses Einstein's theory of general relativity. And I am way oversimplifying this. I mean, not even to mention using it as a phone where you actually talk to people across the country or connecting with people halfway around the world using the technological marvel that is the internet. And we're doing it all wirelessly as well. And that's just one piece of technology. I mean, there are so many incredible things that science and math and engineering have given us. So yes, science does work, and technology is a really good indication of that. Without science, we wouldn't have any technology. Engineers would not be able to design and build new electronics, equipment, or structures. As a matter of fact, there wouldn't be any engineers, and we'd all still be living in caves. But it gets better. You see, science and technology are interdependent. What that means is that advances in one lead to advances in another. So as science learns more and we gain more knowledge, we're able to use that knowledge to build better technology. And we can then use that technology to learn more science. And that new science we learn just goes to build newer technology. So it's an ongoing process. That's the cool thing about science. You see, the more we learn, the more awesome gadgets we get along the way. But in order for technology to keep advancing, we must push for scientific progress. So stay curious, keep asking questions, and keep exploring the world around you. Technology is only limited by the amount of knowledge we have. And that's the cool thing about science.